Hey y'all, this is Rachel from Authentic Wellness, and today for my movement of the day, we are going to learn the kettlebell front squat. All you're going to need is a kettlebell and yourself, and a nice clear area for you to stand. So I'm going to grab the kettlebell here. The position of the kettlebell is right in front of your chest, like so. Now you can grab the kettlebell any way that's comfortable for you, so you can grab it like this. You can hold it by the bottom of the bell. You can even flip it over and grab it like this. It does not matter how you hold it. Whatever is comfortable for you. I prefer holding the bell like this. And we are going to stand with our feet about hips width apart, maybe just a little bit wider. Toes are going to be pointing just slightly out. This is whatever you choose to do with your feet is up to you. You can stand with your feet wider if you want. You can choose a more narrow stance. It's whatever is comfortable for you to squat with, okay? This is what's comfortable for me. We are going to hold our kettlebell, and I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me better. All right, first thing we're going to do, since this is a squat movement, is we're going to bend our knees. We're going to try to keep our torso from moving too much, okay? We're going to try to keep it as upright as we can. So we're going to bend our knees and pretend that we're sitting down into a chair, just like so, okay? Bend. Now depth is totally up to you as well. I'm able to get pretty good depth because I've worked a lot of my mobility, but if you can only squat down to parallel or just above parallel, totally fine. Any squat is better than no squat, okay? But the deeper you can get, the more we're going to get back into the glutes and the hamstrings, and the more we're going to get into the adductors too. That's between the legs here, right here in the thighs, okay? So the deeper you can get, the better you can get. Deeper squat is always a better squat in my opinion, okay? So I'm going to show you again with the kettlebell. Grab your kettlebell. First thing we're going to do is bend those knees, pretend like there's a chair behind us that we're going to sit on. Just like that. Show you from the front too. Now since I've shown you from the front, you're going to see what's going on with my knees here, okay? So your knees should be tracking out over your toes. If your knees are coming in towards you like this, okay, you need to try to fix that. Use a cue, and this is the cue I always give to myself and to my clients, is push the knees out. Push the knees out over your toes. So knees should come out, okay? And you also may need to fix your stance, because if your stance is very, very narrow, if your stance is like this, okay, it's going to be very hard for you to get those knees out over your toes. So one of two things, fix your stance, try that first. If that doesn't work, try to use the cue, knees out over toes. Alternatively, and I don't have a band with me right now, you could put a band around one of those hip resistance bands right around over top of your legs, right above your knees, and push out against that, okay? We'll get into that in another video, squat problems. If you do not have a kettlebell, no problem. You can also use dumbbell. And again, hold it any way that's comfortable for you. You can hold it this way, you can hold it this way, whatever you want to do. You can also take two dumbbells, put one of each on each shoulder. I do not have the other dumbbell with me right now, but you could put one on each shoulder. This is going to allow you to use a little bit heavier weight. You can squat with a little bit more weight. And it's going to load a little bit more like a barbell squat, okay? So not so much in the front, but more like a barbell squat would be on the back. Why do front squats? So front squats are great because all squats are great, in my opinion. Front squats are going to work your core just a little bit more than a traditional barbell back squat would. And they're going to get into your quads. They're going to bias your quads just a little bit more. If you want to bias your quads even more, or if you have mobility issues and you're having a hard time keeping your feet down on the floor when you squat, you can take a couple of small plates, or you can take one big plate, it's up to you, and just make sure that you have something big enough to stand on. You can put it down on the floor. I'm going to try to, so you can see it, and you can put your heels up on that plate. Alright, so this will help to keep your heels down on the floor when you're squatting. And alternatively, if you don't have a problem with your heels staying on the floor and you just want to more quad dominant squat, it will help you to bias your quads a little bit. So you can see when I use the heels, I can stay upright even more. Keeping a nice upright torso. Okay. They do make wedges for this very purpose as well. So it's going to look like a little piece of cheese. Okay. I do not have those with me, but those are also really, really nice to have. So this is the kettlebell or dumbbell front squat. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comments below, and I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you again.